It is the day after my very first marathon attempt, and I am written off. Welcome back to the channel where I'm tracking my journey to become an Ironman. Let's start this week. How far is actually too far? The longest run I've done so far has been 8 miles. We're about to triple that today. If anyone can do basic maths, they'll know 3 times an 8-mile run is just shy of a marathon. So that's what we're pushing for today. Hopefully, if everything goes well, a sub 7-hour marathon, which doesn't sound great, but given I've never done it before, that's what we're going for. As I've mentioned before, you need nutrition mid-long exercise. Normally I take like a banana, maybe like a protein bar. 3 times the distance, 3 times the nutrition. So we're going to do a little pit stop in Tesco's, pick up my supplies, and then head down to the gym. Like I say, 7 hours for a marathon is not fast, but I'm just looking for a benchmark that I can work towards beating in the future, because we're going to do a couple more marathons before the actual event in August. So let's get to running. And so it begins. So the current plan is walk a mile, run a mile, walk a mile, run a mile, and aim to do it in sub 7. If I can keep the pace going, I should be able to do it in just over 6, which would be nice, but I'll check in a couple of miles. I am 10% of the way in. Whew. It's 2.62 miles. Getting a bit of a sweat on, but I'm doing all right. Just over 4 miles in, 22 miles to go. Just over 50 minutes as well. Not happy with the pace, but not excessively disappointed either. Averaging 13 miles an hour. I'm hoping to get that down to 12 though. So back to pushing. When I said 12 miles an hour, I meant 12 minutes per mile. Just clarifying. I'm a quarter of the way through and on track for a sub 6 hour. So somehow I've managed to shave an entire hour off my plan. So whew, we keep pushing, we keep going. That is 6.55. We're exactly a quarter of the way through and under an hour and a half. Whew. And I was aiming for an hour and 45, so I've shaved 17 minutes off so far. We're flying. Like I said before, my previous longest was 8 miles, and now we've just broken that. Also, I beat it by 10 minutes because it took me just over 2 hours last time. Whew. We're loving life. Oh man, 10.25 miles so far. Whew. In 2 hours, 20 minutes, and I'm sweating in places I didn't even know I could sweat. My average pace is up. I'm just shy of 14 minutes now. I've slowed down considerably, but still on track to beat a 6 hour. So not too sure how I've managed that one. I'll check in at halfway. 0.2 of a mile off of half a bloody marathon. I've lost about 8 minutes in the last hour on the 6-hour pace. So realistically, I'm looking at 6.5 because the cramps set in. My legs are killing me. I've got shooting pain going up the back of me right leg, and my left foot feels like it's going to fall off. But we continue. 14.5 miles. starting to get a headache now. Cramps spread to my bum, and I'm at walking pace. I will finish. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I will finish. I didn't finish. Huh? Do your thing. Yeah. Oh, that's so gross. Oh. And that is the last footage I got from yesterday before my blister tore open again, and I had a massive shooting pain go up the back of my leg where we thought I might have torn a hamstring. So the PT and the people who know more than I do said that it was a good time to stop. I doubled my previous distance. I didn't get the marathon, and I added an hour onto my longest previous solid workout, which was a cycle. But we move. We live and we learn. So it's clear from what we just watched, I wasn't ready. But 2 new personal records and a 4-hour workout that's taught me a lot about myself and what I've got coming in the future. So damn worth it. So worth it. A couple of the main things that I've learned: nutrition and hydration are far more important than I thought before. Obviously, they're a major part because an Ironman can take anywhere from 7.5 hours, which is the world record, up to 17 hours, which is the max time cutoff. Obviously, a normal day is you're awake for like, what, 16 hours, 17 hours? You eat 3 times in there just doing normal life. So when you're exerting thousands of calories, you've got to eat thousands of calories. Now, by the time I got to the 4-hour mark, I had burnt just over 2,000 calories and eaten just shy of 900. So I'm not surprised, knowing what I know, that I had the most brutal headache I've had in a long time. I was sweating ridiculously, and effectively I was ruining my chances of getting close to the marathon. So as I said in the Q&A last week, for any of you who watched it, I run in ASIC Jolt 4s, which are, they're great shoes for track up to like 3 or 4 miles. Maximum, like I did my road run for 8 miles, which was the longest previous run in those shoes. And after that, my feet were done, like borderline gonna fall off. And yesterday I doubled that distance in the same shoes. So it's definitely time for an upgrade. Long distance, I need the angle. So effectively flat shoes for track sit pretty much parallel to the floor. Long distance are much more of an angle. Obviously that might be an extreme, but you get the idea. So an upgrade in shoes is another thing that is like, it's a must, and I must do it sooner rather than later, because otherwise the long distance runs, they're out the window, because I can't do anything over 6 miles in them again, because it's going to put me out for the next few days. So Sunday morning, finished recording, finished editing. It's been a long week and a painful day yesterday. We've learnt lots. We're going to improve lots more. I'm going to go back to bed, I can't lie. We'll have this video up at 5, and I will see you all next week.